that we get to see and hear how they really feel about our culture and who they really are in their culture. You see, so going, and this goes back, and I'm on a totally different subject, not a totally different subject, but a different atmosphere. Because that was just for television what they did. We understand that for ratings, and they get caught up and say things they don't really want to say, but the things come out, their cultural base comes out. When you're hyped like that, going hard, you say things that are very revealing. Now, going back, we get to travel to incidences like I can go into Al Davis and the way he treated Marcus Allen. You see, and how that went. And that's a cultural thing. And how no matter how good Marcus Allen did, Al Davis is not going to allow him to get any reverence, any whatever it is for himself. He figured that Marcus Allen wasn't important enough. I mean, something, I don't know what that is, but it's in their culture. We can go back to that and lace that with that and see generationally where they get these ideas from. Okay? And how they speak the language, because these people hired them. As you can see, most sports talk shows have their culturally based people doing the talking, the head of the shows. And now they're having to bring in former players, black people, intelligent speaking people, seeing that these things are not always true anymore. So we can go to Donald Sterling, another example of the things he said when a black person was mentioned. See how difficult they reach out. And this guy said Kenya, and Donald Sterling said, hey, these guys are not from Africa, they're not African, so let's make up their mind. So as we can see, there's a cultural language that they're using that has been hidden for years that we now see is being spoken of clearly in a way that they really want to speak of it. And we hear it, okay? So, again, there it is, culturally based. And I'm going to tie this in with an incident of keep the ball rolling. I'm gonna say that and play that again right there. Keep the ball rolling. Very, very interesting. And with that energy comes the truth of a historical reverence that someone else dealt with on that show, and the young man, and the things that they said about people. Okay? And the young man from a radio show, his name is Charlemagne, wrote a book, Black Privilege. I posted about that. I was great that just don't. I didn't read the book, and but just seeing that he wrote a book with Black Privilege was enough for me. I can read the language from that, from all that. So just as I always say, going out in space, in that pressure where the heavenly bodies, celestial bodies are, pressure, most beautiful pressure, the things that come about from that, going out in space, getting the answers, right? The young man mentioned Emmett Till based on this when Lorenzo Ball, I said, give me a pound on that. A pound, LB. He called his son number 2, the second one. I've been playing with that number 2. Excellent. But how he dealt with the white lady, and immediately it went into threatening and disrespect and all of that, right? So I listened to it, and the young man, Charlemagne, came back with quotes that the big fellow used. I don't know the guy's name. I can't think of his name right now, but I used a heavyset guy on that show. And he was quoted saying things about Serena Williams, some ugly things about Serena Williams, about her body, how beautiful her body is, and all of that. And so that goes into that with the brother, Mr. Ball, bringing his son into the fold, okay? But they always got an angle to use. See, that's what we have to be careful of. So we have to have our angles on point when they use them angles. It's just like a pool table that I use. Get off the square, and now it's round. Now how you put the pool table and mark the angle so the ball can go and go in the right hole. But where the balls are always rolling, the angles are just showing you what's going on, how to get it there, a clever way to get it there, right? When you can just roll the ball and get there. So that angle is always going to be the clever way to set it up, no matter what. So taking that angle, we get a chance to bring up what he said about the young lady and dealing with image issues, how the young lady used that being afraid of a black man all of a sudden because the brother said she's back there, he's not paying no attention to her, and all of that. So it went right into that. Oh, now he's threatening her and all of that. Well, that Emmett Till incident woke that issue up into a bigger picture based on the young man being killed for so-called whistling at a white woman, because the white woman said he whistled at her and he was beat down unmercifully for that, right? And so in the instance that I'm dealing with, I want to bring in, okay, where are you? Okay. I wanted to bring in this incident. I keep forgetting it right here. This incident with the coach from Oklahoma State football. Okay. Now I remember his rant. He went off, talk about me. Don't talk about those. Okay. The premise of it was set up the same way it was when the white lady on the Cowherd show talked about how LeVar Ball was raising his son, about how negatively she claimed it was, about how black man is raising their son. A white woman did this. So when he came on the show, he totally ignored her, told her she just back there. And she took that an offense to that, right? And because she asked him questions about how many tennis shoes he sold. That's a business question. You wouldn't ask any other big businessman, huge business person. Warren Buffett, no dumb shit like that. How many tennis shoes, how many stocks he sold. Why do you think you deserve an answer? Because this brother is not a big multi-business person, right? So you're gonna ask him that and thinking you too big for that. That is not true. That's not true. But that's what got this started. And on that coach, when he said don't talk about students, see, it was a young white reporter, young white woman, who wrote that story saying he was acting like a baby and wanted to stay close to home and play near his parents. You see? And she jumped on him for that and said something negative about him. That's where that story started. Someone who has both parents, okay, who went to college from their parents, all right? And so to try to attack a young man who wants to stay close to home, which now we know in-state players are the most important players that they want to reach and get and use for the teams now, close to home, right? But when the black players want to do that, it seems to be some soft about the player and all of that, okay? So that's where that incident started with the coach of Oklahoma State writing that report. Some white woman said that about a black player. So that ball rolls right on into this You see, light speed, different times of the cultural premise that they use, the angles that they use. You have to use our angels. And this light speed travel, Angel did it for us on this. Okay? Keep the ball rolling. We had to go out in space under all that pressure, bring it back so the truth cannot be denied because it's right there in our faces. And that's how they end up using this incident based on that. So here it is again today. The brother that is on a white person show, and we know so-called white Jews, they run those shows, and they're the head of those shows. And so now you always got someone who's going to say something negative about the black culture, black people, to try to keep these people happy that you're around them. And this always goes on. And I want to say the young man, Charlemagne, when he got some information, I mean, I don't sleep with people on social and media because it's too muddy. I try my best not to. I know it seems like I sling mud, but I don't. I just try to share my thoughts. You know, that's basically it. So when the young man shared that with him about the things he said about black women and black culture, it was very enlightening to me. I didn't know the brother said that. I really didn't know the brother was that. Man, why would you say something like that? So when he came with that information, those quotes and everything, it was justified. I could see the historical aspects of that playing itself out. Beautifully done. All the names, the numbers, and everything. The man's name is Ball. It's going with the white woman and his sons. Same thing with the coach of Oklahoma State. And our historical reference with the young man, Emmett Till, getting beat down. So this is what this is. This is what this is for us. We're gonna vibrate, emit till our light comes on. And with that ball rolling the way it is, that brother raising his son the way he is to be a champion and speaking up for his son against all these people because it's not against any odds. Because we're even on that. So in that information, the brother, they got mad at the brother because they said he took it personal. Right, because Mr. Ball said something about get away from the snacks, right? And then Charlemagne the God said he needs to lose some weight, needs to lose 200 pounds. And me myself had spoken of that about the chief of police in Little Rock, Arkansas, could lose some weight to improve his brain function, mental circulation, mental focus, to be on point, to be a police officer when dealing with murder, death, and all these type of crimes. Because you need to have clear head to think. So in that, I can say 3 black people, 3 black men, brother, spoke about your health. Mr. Ball about get away from snacks, Charlemagne about losing weight, being your health, and I myself, same thing about functioning and being able to say the same thing. And I'm saying it to the brothers, or anybody who have extra weight. But this particular incident, isn't that wonderful? See, those people let you go on and thinking you okay with all that weight and saying these negative things about black people, but it's only black men, the love that we have for each other. Even though you were attacking the black woman, we still have the ability to see where improvement can take place. 3 of us said that to you, 3 black men. But those people that you work for didn't want you to improve your health based on your size and scale. Okay? Like you say, wait till you die, then they're gonna come try to help you. You see? But here it is. That's a beautiful thing. All these things rolled up into this incident, starting from the names, the numbers, how it happened. Perfect union when it comes to dealing with that. All right? Going out in space, getting the answers under all that pressure so we can deal with it in this atmosphere. So we can deliver the answer truthfully, openly, honestly, without question. It's pile on. When you pile on, something beautifully comes out of it. And that's what this is. Piling on. So now we're going to climb up out of that and a peaceful dominant. Peace.